Hey everyone, so basically this video is our third day in Berlin, I think. I haven't really got enough footage to make it into like a really particularly long one, but it didn't really fit at all with the rest of the whole of Berlin, so I'm going to do it like on its own with the power of voiceover, and hopefully it'll be good. Okay, cool. In total we spent 4 days in Berlin. On the third day, we went to the Jewish Museum, one of the largest Jewish museums in the whole of Europe, and perhaps the one best placed to document the persecution of the Jewish community throughout history. The architect, Daniel Liebeskind, designed the building with the idea of making its visitors uncomfortable, and he certainly managed that. The basement is the first area you encounter when you enter the Jewish Museum. It is split into 3 axes to symbolise the 3 parts of the Jewish life in Germany: their role in Jewish history, their emigration, and the Holocaust. The first axis ended at the tower, a cold, dark room where the only light comes from a tiny slit at the very top. It was made to represent feelings of hope for Jews during the Holocaust, how it was small and distant, but still very much there. The second axis led onto an area known as the Garden of Exile. Standing on an uneven tilted surface, there are 49 pillars. The garden was designed to try and replicate what it would feel like to be forced to emigrate to a country where you'd feel out of sorts and lost, surrounded by a load of blank faces you don't recognise, nor can you communicate with them very well. The final axis leads up to the second of 3 floors. Here you come across areas known as memory voids, blank areas that represent the void in Jewish history after the Nazis destroyed as much as they could in their time in power. Sitting atop the memory void are a series of metal faces known as the Fallen Leaves exhibit. Designed by the Israeli artist Menashe Kadishman, the artwork is dedicated to all those killed by war. You are invited to walk over the faces and listen as they clang together in what is supposed to represent the screams of innocent people killed. They are varied in size, the smaller ones made to represent children killed by war. Though the rest of the museum can hardly be called happy, the final floor documents the Jewish community over the past millennia, and allows people to write messages to all those currently facing oppression across the world. Though it all seems in the past, there are striking similarities as each new wave of persecution of minorities occurs. It all starts when those unable to speak out get blamed for a far wider social problem, and people don't spot the manipulation until it's far too late. Hopefully one day we will learn from history, and all the prejudice and discrimination can finally be just a bad memory.